op-ed today over at HartmannReport.com is titled "The Share Buyback Rape of American Business." And it's about a scam that CEOs have been running on us since 1982. This was one of the things that crashed the stock market back in 1929, led to the Republican Great Depression, was made illegal in 1932, I believe it was, maybe 34, by the no, 34 was when the Securities and Exchange Commission was created by Franklin Roosevelt, and he put Joe Kennedy in charge of it. And Joe Kennedy, knowing how these guys play this game, made this a crime. And it's called share buybacks. And the way it works is a company, you know, the value of a company's shares is more or less, I mean, this is a massive generalization and there's a million other factors, but more or less is the value of the company divided by the number of shares out there. So if you've got a company worth $1 million and you got 100,000 shares issued, each share is worth $10, right? 10 times 100,000 is $1 million. And so what the CEOs will do is say the company has a really, really profitable year. They'll take that profit, and instead of investing it in new machinery, in new inventions, in research and development, in raising the wages and working conditions of their employees, and opening new sales territories or developing new markets for their products, instead of any of those things that would grow the business, they take that profit and they use it to buy back the shares of the company and retire them, basically kill them off, destroy them. So your company goes from having 100,000 shares out there now to only having 50,000 shares, which means that the $10, the $10 price of each share, even though the company has not gotten richer or poorer, it's still worth $1 million. The shares are now worth $20 a share. They've doubled in price or in value, as the case may be. And the way this works is that since '82, when Reagan changed the rules to allow CEOs to do this again, this was illegal up until 1982. Since that time, this has become the main way that CEOs now become filthy rich, multimillionaire rich, billionaire rich, super yacht, private jet, mansion with servants' quarters rich. This is the main way they do it. And it's killing American business. Prior to the Reagan Revolution, American business grew steadily, as did the middle class. The middle class, in fact, was an invention of American business, in large part because if you had a profit, you didn't want it to be taxed at that high 50% rate, and so you took that money and you recycled it into building and growing your business. But in '82, when Reagan legalized share buybacks, CEOs started having their companies take that profit money and use it to buy the company's own stock in the marketplace to reduce the number of shares, increase the value of the shares, because they're getting paid in shares, and so suddenly they're richer than Midas. And bottom line, and if you want all the details and everything else, including charts and graphs and whatnot, it's all over at HartmannReport.com. It's right at the top of the page here today. But the bottom line is I'm calling for Congress and the Securities and Exchange Commission to stop this, to stop corporate buybacks. It is gutting American business, it is gutting the American middle class, and it has turned a small number of CEOs, a couple of hundred CEOs, into just mind-bogglingly rich people. And it's not a good thing for America.